Hey friends, today I wanted to talk to you about journaling, morning practice, and why it is so important to have some shape or form visualization or mindfulness practice each morning. If you've read this book or if you heard of a guy called Tim Ferriss, he wrote the book called Tribe of Mentors, and there is a short life advice from the best in the world. It's about 600 pages, it's a heavy one, but what is a commonality, the common thing for all of these people in this book, which is basically people from Ray Dalio to the sports superstars to artists to pretty much any shape or form, a high achiever or peak performer in their own right. What's commonality for all of them is that they all have a very, very powerful morning practice, and that morning practice consists of many things, but common thing for all of those morning practices for these people in this book is that they have some kind of mindfulness or visualization practice, and most, if not all, also have a journaling practice. And I was very blessed to receive a couple of these very new journals which prompt me to do this video. So one of them is a little bigger one, and this is very cool one. Is actually a black pages with the white pen, so it gives you a little different idea, a little kind of different creative spark to write these things. But today I have three very powerful questions that you can ask yourself each morning before the visualization practice or mindfulness practice, and three kind of questions that you can journal about each morning. The very first one is more of a left brain one. Actually, the first two ones are more of a left brain one, and the third one is more of a right brain. So you kind of complete the morning with the both sides of the brain, if you will. So the very first one is, what are your 90-day goals? Please do not argue with me about the goal setting. The goal setting is something that is very much food for the brain. The brain needs a destination, especially the left side of the brain. It needs destination. It needs to know what's happening. It needs to know where are we going to. And once we give a destination, it's almost like we're feeding the food, the right kind of food for the left side of the brain. So have goals. And according to the science, the latest science and research, once something is within the 90-day, within that 3-month range, it gives you, it's far enough, but not too far enough that it gives you that motivational energy to pursue those goals. If it's anything further than 90 days, I feel it's more of a dream, more of a vision, and it's more of like your purpose. But motivational purposes, 90-day is that sweet spot that you want to have your goals set. So review each morning, what are your 90-day goals? And then ask yourself, am I on track? Am I on track to receive these goals and get to these goals and get to these destinations that I've set for myself? Okay? And then if the answer is yes, then continue for the second question. But if the answer is no, I'm not on track with my goals, then ask yourself why and what needs to happen, what needs to change today in order for me to start closing the gap between myself and the 90-day goals that I have. Okay? The second bigger question is, what are my 3 top priorities for today? So basically coming down from those 90-day goals, in order to reach them, especially if you're not on track, what are the 3 priorities that I need to complete today? What are the projects that I need to start working on right now today, straight after my visualization, which is coming up? But what are the priorities that I need to be working on today, AM, before the midday, that I can complete and move the needle forward with my projects, with my goals, and with my desires and dreams and aspirations? Okay? And then the last one is more of a right brain one, more of a creative idea. How will I show up today? What do I want to become today? Who do I want to be, if you will? Very, very, very powerful idea. How will I show up today? When you come down from those first 2 prompts, how will I show up? If this is hard to think or imagine or visualize for yourself, how will I show up? There's another question that you can ask yourself, which is possibly the most powerful one. How would X or Y show up today? So for example, for me right now is, I'm asking myself, especially if I cannot think of how, or if I cannot feel, how will I show up today? I would say, how would Marek Kamiński show up today? Someone that I was just fortunate to spend time with, very, very inspirational person. And from there I can draw, it's almost like that alter ego effect that Todd Herman talks a lot about. Very powerful idea. If you cannot muster that motivation for yourself, then think of a person. It doesn't have to be a real person, can be a superstar, can be a superhero, if you will, but think of someone, how would they show up today, and then show up as that person or that personality, and then you will start walking on the right path, and eventually you will show up as your true self throughout the day. So those are the three very, very powerful questions that you can ask yourself to start your day on the right tracks. My 90-day goals, my 3 priorities, and how will I show up today? If that's really helpful for you, leave me a comment. What are your morning practices? What is your visualization and your journaling prompts each morning? And if you really find value, then please do share this video with others who might feel that it's valuable for them as well. All right, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next one.